What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video, one that I am so excited for. We are at the Walt Disney World Resort for the next 2 days, and I do have a park hopper. That's all 4 parks. We're starting here at Magic Kingdom. This is the iconic Disney park, the one with the castle, opened in 1971. This is such an awesome park. All of the parks here at Walt Disney World are amazing. There have been a lot of changes to these parks since we last visited 3 years ago. And as much as I love this place, the reason I don't visit as much as I wish I did is because it's so expensive and it takes a lot of planning, more than just about any other place I've been to in the theme park world. Which is why I only visit with my Disney-obsessed aunt and uncle. Hi guys, what's up?
Hi.
Are you excited for this?
We are so excited.
Since the last time you came, Tron's open, and neither of you have been on that.
No, we haven't. That is correct.
That's gonna be cool. You excited for that?
We are so excited.
Pumped. I'm ready for it.
Let's do it.
Let's do this thing.
Hell yeah. I also have my parents with me.
Hello.
Mom
Hi.
and stepfather Hugh.
Hello.
Hi, we're ready for the greatest day on earth.
Greatest day on earth. That's awesome. I love it, Mom. Thank you. So yeah, we were all together 3 years ago when we came here, and there have definitely been a lot of new things, Tron being one of them. Also, Guardians of the Galaxy at Epcot is a thing I've been really looking forward to. That's tomorrow. This vlog will contain Magic Kingdom, and then later today I'll be making my way over to Disney's Animal Kingdom as well. So there's definitely a lot to do. These next 2 days are going to be busy. Yeah. So yeah, what are you guys most excited for?
We are so excited about marathoning over and over and over again. Carousel of Progress. Yeah.
That's very true. I'm also looking forward to the Little Mermaid ride, which I missed last time. Okay, I know, we're pathetic. But that's what we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
There's been so many changes since the last time we came, like Tron, and you're over here excited about Little Mermaid.
You know I'm not crazy about roller coasters. I'm gonna ride Tron. We'll see what happens. I hear it's not too bad, no inversions or anything.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too crazy.
Should be okay.
It's gotten great reviews.
Yes.
But you like the dark rides, fine.
It's not too long. Of course, the dark rides, yes.
And this place has some of the best dark rides in the world. Hell, this just single park has some of the best dark rides in the world. Not to mention the 3 others. This place is incredible. It is one of my favorite places on earth when you combine everything together into this one massive resort. We're actually staying on site too at the Old Key West Resort, and that's incredible. That's been absolutely awesome too. So yeah, I'm so pumped to head inside here, and we have some special guests later on in the video as well. I'll see you guys inside Magic Kingdom. I'm pumped beyond words, and we have an early boarding group for Tron. I'll explain a little bit more how that works as we approach the ride. So if you've been to Magic Kingdom, then you know it's not the simple park and walk over to the entrance. This is the only park I've ever been to that is a lot more complicated than that. You can take a ferry boat, but what most people do is they take the monorail to the front gate. One of the most iconic entrances in the world to a theme park. We got the railroad, and then behind here the castle. Gotta love that massive Disney castle. I'm so used to, at Disneyland back in California, our castle is so little, but this one is enormous and it is beautiful. Well, I'm amazed that we've gotten so lucky as to make Tron Light Cycle Run our first ride of the day. We're heading there right now. This Vekoma motorbike coaster opened in 2023. It's hardly a year old. I've heard great reviews about this thing. It's right next to Space Mountain, and it actually resembles a pretty similar appearance with the white canopy over top, but it's absolutely beautiful. You have that launch, 60 miles per hour, one of the fastest coasters in any Disney park. I believe Guardians of the Galaxy beat it out slightly, but before that, this was the fastest coaster at a Disney park when it was over in Shanghai. This is a clone of that attraction in Shanghai. And aside from the launch, there's lots of fun twists and turns in the darkness. You got lots of cool lighting effects. I'm pumped, guys. I've been waiting to ride this for years. This ride was under construction for so long.
Did you say twists and turns? I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, God.
Did you say darkness? I don't like the sound of that.
Okay.
If I vomit in the dark, does it really happen? I'm just curious.
Not necessarily.
Okay, good. Because that
It
may
only
happen.
happens if you're behind him and you get the splatter.
Oh, yes.
All right, I'm sure this is going in the video, right?
Yes. Wow, this is even more beautiful than I expected. Whoa! I love futuristic themes. So even though I never care for any of the Tron films, this looks very cool. And I'm already a big fan of this appearance. I know the theme is going to be so awesome. I've seen so many videos of this pre-show. Oh my God.
Users, prepare to be digitized into the world of Tron.
Wow. Off we go on Tron Light Cycle Run, baby.
Prepare for team blue.
Oh my gosh, I'm unbelievably excited for this. Got the parents behind me.
Hold on. Keep your head up and face forward.
Oh my gosh! This is so surreal!
Initiate in 3, 2, 1.
Let's go! It's done. We got on Tron. I'll start off by saying it was definitely a fun coaster. However, and this may surprise some of you, I have not heard this from too many people, that was tamer than I expected. In terms of thrill, I'm a little bit disappointed. I knew it would be a family coaster, but that was definitely pretty tame. Now, of course, you have that launch. The launch actually has some kick to it. The launch I really enjoyed, but then after that you have this outdoor section, not any force there at all. And then you go inside, and that's where the theming compensates. The theming on this ride is great. It's not a storytelling experience, but the theming is definitely cool, and it adds a lot to the experience. And I'd say for that reason, because this has theming, it's a pretty awesome ride. If it didn't have theming, this ride would not be anything special at all, in my opinion. I mean, maybe it would still be kind of fun, but I really think the theming makes this experience, and I wouldn't even say that about several of the other coasters at Disney parks. Like, I still think without theming, if you put Thunder Mountain out somewhere, that would be a pretty awesome ride, actually. Now, the theming does help, but yeah, I just think the theming really carried this experience is my point. And I wasn't expecting that. I thought the layout would be a little bit more exciting. It is definitely a short ride. But yeah, the operations are great. And something I love, the locker system that they have set up is so well done. It's a free double-sided system. I just love that they do that. They kind of took some notes from Universal, and some of the Cedar Fair parks do that now. Hugh, do you feel bad?
I feel better.
Oh, you're okay?
I'm feeling much better, yeah.
Okay, you just needed to get out into the daylight?
I just needed a little time to recover. It's a pretty short ride, so
yeah, it's
helps.
Not long.
And it's pretty smooth, and yeah, there's no inversions. It's actually very tame.
It was tamer than I thought, yeah, it definitely was.
But I'm still not feeling great.
But you're okay. You're not gonna vomit.
I'm not doing it again.
You're not gonna vomit.
I'm not gonna vomit.
But yeah, so I'd say the length and the intensity were a little bit disappointing in my opinion. I need to do that in the back row. I'm wondering if maybe you get whipped around just a little tad bit more. Of course, this is a Disney coaster, so I'm not expecting anything insane. But that was definitely like very strictly a family coaster. I expected that, but I thought it would be maybe a family thrill, somewhere bridging the gap. Sherry, you're the only one that actually feels okay, just like me. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was great. It was very smooth, although I was surprised that there wasn't more flips and turns. And
it's not that intense.
No, it's not intense at all.
And it's a little short.
So, it's very short and not intense. It's just extremely fast, but it's smooth. So
yeah, it's good. I would say I'm a little bit disappointed though after the first ride.
You just can't do the ride after breakfast because
we didn't have a choice though because of the boarding pass.
True, but you're leaning on your stomach.
I'm sorry, Mom. I knew that would probably bother you guys a little bit.
Try not to do it after breakfast.
This is the first ride we did today.
Yeah, and that's also something to keep noting. Yeah. Mom, did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was like you're riding through space. It was
a little bit,
cool.
And it's right next to Space Mountain. Yeah. There's actually a cohesion between those two rides that I enjoy.
I like the inside.
Yeah, the interior theming was very nice. I agree. Yeah. But yeah, I would say as an overall package, a little bit disappointed, but it was still very good, and I want to do it again later, and it seems like I'll have that opportunity to do it in the back later, and maybe even at night. Of course, it's not going to be super different as a night ride, because most of that is indoor. However, the outdoor section I've heard just looks amazing with the canopy flashing all these different colors, so that'll be cool. But yeah, Good ride for sure, really enjoyed it. Looking forward to doing it again later, but as of now, not necessarily one of my favorite rides in this resort. I wouldn't even say it's one of my favorites at Magic Kingdom, to be honest. I was expecting that to be towards the top, at least top 3, but I'm not so sure. All right, next up is going to be Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This opened in 2014. It's a Vekoma mine train, very unique setup here. So the way this works is this mine train basically has cars that sway a little bit. Now it's not a lot, it's still a family coaster. This is definitely strictly a family coaster, just like Tron, I would say. But the theming is really nice. That was definitely the thing I enjoyed most about this ride when I rode it in 2021. And I got off saying, you know, this ride exceeded expectations. I think I had heard so many negative reviews that I didn't have the highest hopes going into this one. I got off and I was like, you know, that's actually pretty fun. It is a little bit of a peculiar fit in this park because in my opinion, it's a little too similar to some of the other coasters that are also mine trains. Think Thunder Mountain, even Everest at Animal Kingdom, a little too similar to that. So I'm definitely glad that Disney's branching out and doing some more unique style of rides like Tron and Guardians. That's definitely nice. All right, guys, here we go on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Like I said, this has the swaying trains, and because I'm riding solo in my row, I should be swaying more than I did in 2021, which is the only other time I've been on this. Forgot about that little pre-lift. That's fun. I like it. Woo! Here we go! Oh! Oh, yeah! There we go. Oh! Nice! Oh, I'm swaying a little bit more, yeah, for sure. Woo! This is my favorite part of the ride, the dark ride stuff. Awesome. Beautiful scenery. This park is gorgeous. Woo! Oh! Oh, I like the swaying there. That's fun. Oh! Nice. Oh, those brakes are hard. Fun ride. I do think it's pretty underrated.
This is awesome! I just like the music.
I love the Seven Dwarfs song.
Look at the scenery. I mean, it's so beautifully presented too. All right, just got off of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and I'll say what I said when I first rode this a couple years ago. I think it's underrated. I really do like it. It's not anything insanely special, and certainly it's a little redundant in the resort's lineup with it being another mine train, but I do like the swaying. It adds a little bit to the experience, but I would say the best part about that is the dark ride stuff with all the music and the theming. Really, really excellent. And even the presentation, aside from that, the rest of the layout is really, really well done. It's definitely a tame ride, but definitely fun too. I really like it. You need to go in with the right expectations with this one, and definitely don't wait too long for it. I wouldn't say it's worth too long a wait, but it is a good coaster for sure. What do you think of it, Mom?
I loved it. I love the Seven Dwarfs. They're awesome.
Did you like it?
I love it. I really do. Not my favorite ride, still Flight of Passage, but
Well, sure. You're comparing all these to Flight of Passage. That's unfair.
The greatest ride in the world.
I will say, I've never been back in this section of the park.
We've only done Little Mermaids like once. This will be my second time. We usually skip it.
Yeah, I usually skip Little Mermaid when I go to Disneyland.
How dare you?
Q is so excited.
I love Ariel and Sebastian, and Little Mermaid saved the Disney studios, you know. It's one of the most important movies ever made.
She was explaining why it's the best thing of all time.
Absolutely worship the Little Mermaid.
Then explain why this is a 5-minute wait when everything else has a long line.
I don't know why, because no one truly understands the greatness of this ride.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's like a really easy to do, but like super effective visual effect. Q, it's your favorite person in the world, more than your wife. Q, why are you about to cry?
I agree. Good news. Your cloud show will begin.
I told you I'm gonna marathon this thing.
It's my longing to be thinner than my loss to get the girl, and do I help her?
Yes, I do. It's really, really nice. That's a really good animatronic. Little Mermaid is good, but that's about as far as I'll go. You're obsessed with that for no inherent reason.
It was wonderful.
The theming is really good in the queue.
Yes, the theming, just the songs and the animation. It's like you're riding through the movie. It's really cool.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I'll be serious now. Yes, I love the movie. The music is really terrific in that movie. And of course, they have all the main songs in that movie. And I'd actually say the first 3 scenes, especially the under the sea part, is actually really good. And then the Ursula animatronic is
That's
terrific.
my favorite part.
But then after that, they kind of rushed it, it seems like.
As far as the story goes?
Suddenly the story is like, oh, everything's happily ever after. I think they needed a few extra scenes in this, honestly. However,
it's the same as California, though.
I know.
So you knew what to expect.
I love the movie, so of course I'm always going to have a soft spot in my heart for this ride.
Small World will definitely not be an inclusion in this vlog. This ride pisses me off. Peter Pan's up next. This is a more impressive version of this ride than what we have in California, so I am looking forward to this.
The one in California stinks.
It doesn't sting, but it's not that great.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible.
You know what is cool about this? It's a suspended dark ride. You don't get that very often. And it really allows this to stand out. There's London, the Big Ben. Hey viewers, did you know I'm gonna be in London soon? If you're watching, you just found out before everyone else. Wow, you get close to them. Very cool. Peter Pan! Nice ride, I did like that. That was good. Peter Pan here definitely is better than the one in California. There's no question about it. There's just some extra scenes in this that really do enhance the experience quite a bit.
Yeah, the flying over London is really kind of beautiful here.
I think it's a good ride for a young child, maybe ages 2 to 5, maybe 6. But after that, it's nothing. It's a good family ride.
Are you ready to actually do a really awesome ride?
I love
next?
Haunted Mansion.
Yes, Haunted Mansion's up next, yep.
Yes.
This is arguably my favorite ride at this park. I really enjoy Haunted Mansion. It's grown on me so much over the years, over at Disneyland in California and over here. I think it's a phenomenal attraction, so let's get a ride on that. It's really a tough call which exterior I like more, the one here or the one in California, because while the one in California looks a bit more modern, there's just something about the architectural design of this that's so awesome. But yeah, this is a timeless classic. I'm super excited to get on this.
Is this haunted room
actually stretching?
Or is it your imagination?
Can you do your laugh?
And consider this dismaying observation, which offers you this chilling challenge: to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way.
Yes,
I like his way better. What do you think?
Yeah, his way rocks.
We needed to try the Hall of Presidents while we were here. This is something we didn't do last time, but I've seen videos since I was young of all of these different presidents, animatronics. Absolutely awesome. Let's definitely check it out. This is really cool. So they do advertise this as a show. So they have different show times throughout the day, and while you're waiting, you can just explore this. And they talk about a bunch of different things in regards to the presidents and how they are able to sculpt these. I mean, this is pretty incredible. I think I'm gonna really like this. And in order to turn something like that into an animatronic, it's just so amazing. These Imagineers, man, so talented.
This program is dedicated to the memory of Walt Disney. In 1971, his love for America inspired the creation of the Hall of Presidents, a place to celebrate the optimism and goodwill he saw at the heart of the American story. Walt's vision was to honor the nation by honoring the American presidency.
It is 1783, and the smoke is clearing in the wake of the Revolutionary War. Over the course of 8 grinding years, General George Washington has led a force of shopkeepers, farmers, and Native American allies to victory over the greatest military power in the world. A new nation has been born, independent and free. The founders must form a national government, In 1787, through months of passionate debate, they create a written constitution. For the country's highest office, they imagine something new in the history of the world. A leader not born to power like a king or queen. A leader who has not seized power through conquest. A leader not separate from the people, but elected by the people, from among the people. We, the people. He wants us to speak, to elect a new president. During the early years of the Republic, we choose leaders as different as Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Andrew Jackson. Elections are often bitter. Each president stands at that fiery intersection where personal character meets the challenges of the times.
Our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation, so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure.
The country changes. And yet, in one sense, what we need most from our presidents has never changed. A guiding vision that calls forth the best that America can be.
Will outer space be developed for the benefit of all mankind? Or will it become another focus for the arms race? The choice is urgent, and it is ours to make.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
One of the agreements that President Sadat and Prime Minister Begin are signing tonight is entitled A Framework for Peace in the Middle East.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you.
Loving this country requires the willingness to speak out for what is right, to shake up the status quo. That's America.
Our presidency is no longer just an idea. It is an idea with a proud history. Ladies and gentlemen, the presidents of the United States of America.
Okay, the Hall of Presidents, I'm really upset we don't have that at Disneyland. That was really a special attraction. I'm almost like about to cry. That was so good. It's educational, it's kind of beautiful, and they have an animatronic of all 46 presidents that they show at the end of that 20-minute show. I mean, what else can you say? That was wildly impressive. The animatronics were all incredible. The movements were great. They like look at each other. I'm just like blown away, honestly. I can't believe what I just saw.
Oh my gosh, that was so amazing, and it brought back tears of some of the hard times.
It was touching,
I thought
actually.
it was really special. It's really nice to see.
Yeah, that's so awesome that they have that at Magic Kingdom. I mean, what a cool, unique attraction.
I had to be a bit of a downer. I was a little disappointed. I was hoping they would talk more. You know, more talk. I mean, only Biden and Lincoln got to actually say much.
Yeah, that is true. That actually is a good point.
All the animatronics.
They were so much better than I expected. Like, the movements are fluid.
And just that they can do that.
Yeah, like the Lincoln animatronic coming out of the chair was so ridiculous.
Yeah, he gave
They looked real.
He gave his Gettysburg Address speech.
That was so awesome.
He actually gave the Gettysburg Address speech with hand gestures and vocal inflections. It was real. That was pretty impressive. I wish they had done more of that.
Yeah, because I will say, I can understand where you're coming from, because they have 46 amazing, beautiful animatronics. A lot of that is actually, most of that is just screen, and it's great. I really enjoyed it, but I do agree that with how impressive those animatronics are, they should have been utilized a little bit more.
If they had Theodore Roosevelt talk, or Franklin Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy talk, just like Lincoln did, I think that would have really put a home run.
It was still really good. It
was still really good. Very moving. My wife cried. It was pretty
I almost
moving.
cried. Hell, I was like on the verge of tears.
Yeah, it was good.
Beautiful.
That was something we really wanted to do, so I'm glad we did that. We don't really know what, like, say, Chester A. Arthur looked like, for example, but I'm assuming they did a very accurate job. What do we know?
I mean, you really can't go wrong with the atmosphere of these Disney parks. Just absolutely gorgeous. And also, you can see Tiana just out there in the corner. We're gonna go check that out soon. It's not open yet, unfortunately. We're missing it by about a month, but I'm still really looking forward to seeing the exterior theming. That should be cool. But yeah, just look at how amazing this is. Stunning. And behind these construction walls, a quick look at Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This is the replacement project for Splash Mountain, and I remember just how upset I was when Splash Mountain closed down, particularly at Disneyland, because while Magic Kingdom Splash Mountain is good, I always prefer Disneyland's. And as much as I'm still, like, I miss the ride a lot, I have seen some very promising things about Tiana's Bayou Adventure. The images I've seen, the videos I've seen of the animatronics, absolutely phenomenal. The ride will be opening on June 28th, 2024, so we're missing it by about a month. I'm at least grateful that we're not missing it by like 2 days or something crap. And additionally, we have Tiana opening up at Disneyland later this year. That'll be about 3 months behind this project, so I'll definitely be able to get on this thing at some point this year. Of course, they're still gonna have some differences, just as the Splash Mountains did, but yeah, this looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, in my opinion, the exterior now might even look a little bit better than Splash Mountain, and that's saying a lot, because that was always one of the most iconic rides, maybe in the world. And this is just stunningly beautiful. I cannot wait to see what's on the inside. Here we go on Thunder Mountain. This opened in 1980. This is a nice long ride. So much amazing theming on this. I cannot wait to ride it. And it is definitely different from the Disneyland one too. This one feels a little bit rowdier than Disneyland's. Not to say it's better, but it's still a great ride. Are you ready for Thunder Mountain?
I am so psyched. Let's go.
Is that how I sound? Off we go on one of the most iconic roller coasters in the world. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad here at Magic Kingdom. I cannot wait to be on this. I love this ride. That's so fun. I missed that from Disneyland. We don't have that. Whoa! Airtime. Oh, this is so cool. Are you kidding me? It's so rowdy. Nice. Second lift hill. You gotta love the Thunder Mountain itself. Absolutely beautiful. Modeled after the national parks in Utah. That middle part was so good. Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Into the brakes! Nice! Oh, that's so good. I really like that. Such an iconic ride. That was really, really good.
I definitely could feel the difference between the front and the back.
Yeah?
Definitely in the back.
It's a little bit rowdier. You're getting whipped around more.
Back and the front, I felt like I wasn't whipped around at all.
Which is probably good because we just ate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really good.
It was good. Very good.
It's running well.
It was actually a little smoother than I remember.
Yeah, well, especially up front.
I was expecting to get sick, but I didn't get sick, and I had a lot of airtime. So
yeah, you did get a lot of airtime.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Okay.
Oh, get that thing. Ew.
I killed it.
Nasty Florida gnat. Get out of here with that. Oh, this is going to be so good. Pirates of the Caribbean's up next, and if not Haunted Mansion, this is my favorite ride at this park. We'll see what I think when I get off, because now I can compare them both.
Speak up!
fancy a swim with Davy Jones? Anchor now, you swabbies. What may I offer for these hearty heads? Everyone an egg layer. Not less than golden eggs. Here I be, holding the treasure map and the key as well. What I wouldn't give to see the look on Captain Jack Sparrow's face.
Pirates of the Caribbean, still absolutely phenomenal. You know, I'm so used to the one at Disneyland, which is like twice the length of that. And don't get me wrong, I do definitely prefer that one. I love how atmospheric it is and how much it builds to the climactic scenes in the middle of the ride. But even though this one is a lot shorter, it's still great and it contains all of the best parts of the Disneyland one, which I really appreciate.
Okay.
So you were really disappointed last time you rode this because you were comparing it so much to Disneyland.
Right. Well, so I didn't think there was as much of an intro, but there actually is an intro on this one. And you do get to, there is like a little drop.
The drop is good.
There is some atmosphere building, and there's a drop.
Not as much as Disneyland.
Of course, not as much as Disneyland, which is 8 minutes longer, something like that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So, but this one is better than I remember. I think it does end a little abruptly, though. It's just like, I think the pacing could be improved on this one, right, Mark? The pacing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. That's a good coaster enthusiast term.
Yeah.
Thank you. But it still contains the best parts of Disneyland, which is good.
Oh, sure. The dog holding the key at the prison.
Oh, you love that.
Yes, that's awesome.
Is this the best ride in Magic Kingdom? What do you think?
No. Yeah, I think I'd prefer Haunted Mansion over this. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. They're very neck and neck for me.
They are.
But my favorite ride so far was Thunder Mountain and also Little Mermaid. Boy, yes, I love all the mermaid songs.
Thunder Mountain, though. You really like that.
That was good.
I love Little Mermaid, but I can't objectively say it's better than this ride. The songs are better, yes.
All right, we're going off on a tangent now. I'm gonna leave Magic Kingdom and I'm gonna make my way to Disney's Animal Kingdom, where I'm going to be meeting with a special guest. But yeah, that's gonna be great. I've loved Animal Kingdom so much last time I went. That was my favorite Disney World park in 2021. Got about 5 hours to kill there. I cannot wait to get on Flight of Passage, but we'll talk more about that when we get closer to the ride and inside Animal Kingdom. Let's go. Oh, and by the way, I will be back at Magic Kingdom later to do a few rides that I missed out on, particularly Space Mountain and Carousel of Progress, which are two favorites of mine. So of course I had to make sure to capture those, but yeah, I have to head to Animal Kingdom because they close at 6 p.m. a lot earlier than the other Disney World parks because of the animals. And we're here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, my favorite Disney park in Florida. At least last time I was here it was. And there's a variety of reasons why. Number one, I think it's hands down the most beautiful Disney park I've been to. The landscaping here is phenomenal. There's so much to see. It's a gorgeous park. And then number two, all of the major rides and attractions here are original to this park. You can't find them anywhere else in the world. And I think that makes this place really special, especially since we were at Magic Kingdom most of the day so far, almost everything there is cloned, you know, or at least very similar to something you can find at a different Disney park. It's still fantastic, but I cannot wait to be in here. Oh my God, it's so good to see the Tree of Life again. As much as I want to say this is my favorite centerpiece at the Disney World Resort, I don't know, there's so many good ones. Tower of Terror is clearly the least favorite of the bunch. It's just not as pronounced as the others, like the Epcot Ball, Magic Kingdom's Castle, and especially this. Is that Josiah from National Coasters in a Coaster Dash vlog for the first time since August 2023?
That's right. That's right. And Jorvik.
Jorvik, what's good? Hi. This is his roommate. So you guys are cast members.
Correct.
Coming to a Disney park with a cast member?
We are gonna do the Kilimanjaro safaris.
My first time.
There's also a new baby elephant.
Oh, dude, yes, let's go. Oh, I'm so hyped.
I'm a cast member now. I have to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over to your right-hand side, towards the back,
so cute,
there are two dark brown animals with stripes. Those are called okapi. Actually, they're one of the only relatives of the giraffe. Now, as I mentioned, animals of the forest are very good at camouflage, so we're just gonna have to keep our eyes open, looking behind trees, under bushes, things like that. You might just make out those light tan animals. They look like deer. Those are called greater kudu. They're actually the taller of the antelope
Oh my gosh, dude, what is that?
55 inches at the shoulder.
What is that?
Over to your left, that big moving boulder in the water, that's actually a Nile hippopotamus.
Oh my gosh. What do you mean, ew? It's a hippopotamus.
Thing sucks.
National Coasters is going to be canceled for his animal cruelty.
Use the surrounding environment.
Oh, it's a gator.
Themselves in water as a way in which to
You can't even see them, but there's hyenas over there. It's amazing. Oh, gazelles!
The dark brown antelope lying down are sable antelope.
Antelope. Oh, wow.
On each side. But
That's amazing.
Honeycomb-like structure, so they're more hollow.
That was definitely cool. Kilimanjaro Safari, one of the best like animal-based experiences I've had in a theme park for sure.
Very much so, and also one of the best bangs for your time because it's a very long attraction.
Yeah, so even if you end up waiting a half an hour, for example, you're getting all that time back on ride.
All of it.
Super cool. We need water. It's so hot. I knew that going into Florida, it was gonna be miserably hot, but man, we're gonna be getting on Expedition Everest pretty soon here. I'm so excited to be back on that. I still think I prefer Everest to Tron easily, personally.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Not much debate for me.
So you seem to be in the same boat as me in terms of Tron.
Yes. Very
It's
short.
a little underwhelming.
Underwhelming. It is really smooth. It needs to be longer. Who knows what Magic Mountain's getting? The thrills are cycling in, whatever they're saying.
So
Maybe we'll get a
pumped.
better Tron, and then I'll have some more respect
well, the
for
theming
it.
wouldn't be better, but I would hope that the intensity is better.
Wait, this is true. This is true.
So you're gonna join me tomorrow for my first ride in Guardians.
Oh yeah, Mark's
That's
getting
gonna
on
be
Guardians
so cool. And you
first
say
time.
that's like so much better.
It's a phenomenal ride. It's
Okay,
a phenomenal
I'm
ride.
pumped.
It's good. It's great.
My expectations aren't too high. I'm just really excited for
Tomorrow
it.
morning's gonna be fantastic.
Probably the most beautiful view of the Tree of Life from the back end. Oh my God, that's gorgeous.
Majestic.
Dorvis and the Coaster Dash on Expedition Everest.
Expedition Everest.
Dude, how does it feel to ride with your favorite YouTuber?
I love Coaster Dash. I love Everest. Together, it makes you want
Insane 1-2 punch.
It makes you want
For years, this was the most expensive roller coaster ever built until Hagrid's overtook it, but still such an impressive feat. Feel a little bit of rain too. Here we go. A little bit of a pre-lift. Feels so cool to be on here. Oh yes. Bro, you can't deny how amazing the theming is. Like, it's so good. Wow. That's beautiful. Down we go. Yeah. Oh no. The track is broken. Wherever will we go?
Backwards?
Backwards, potentially? Nah, no way. Oh! Woo! Whoa! Oh my God! Oh my God! That's so intense! I know! Wow. I know you guys can't see anything, but that was insanely intense. There's the Yeti! He's gonna snap the track. Oh, he's pissed. Here we go. Woo! Oh! Whoa! Oh my God. Whoa! Woo! Oh my God. It's low-key intense. Wow. Woo! Whoa! Oh, that's so good. In my opinion, that's like easily better than Tron, for example. 100%. Yeah. Not even a question. That was awesome. Man, awesome ride. Expedition Everest, that might have been even better than I remembered. I just did not realize how many forces were on that ride. Like, you pull some pretty good G's on that thing. It's definitely more intense than something like Tron. And I know we keep comparing everything to Tron, but with how much hype that's gotten, I feel like it is safe to say that I liked Everest more than Tron for sure.
I think this ride is one of my favorites at Disney. Probably the favorite.
Really? At this park?
I think so, because it just gives you that thrill that Disney lacks, you know?
Yeah, Disney doesn't build it coasters that intense usually. But this one actually pulls some forces, dude.
It does,
awesome.
dude. I love this ride.
I mean, you can't deny the theming is amazing.
The theming is absolutely impeccable.
Absolutely
It feels like you're in the mountain, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Amazing.
So Josiah did have to dip for work. He will be back in tomorrow's video. But yeah, Animal Kingdom, so nice to be back in this gorgeous park. It really is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Walking through Dino Land USA, and this is an atrocity. This is really bad. Why does a Disney park have an area like this?
I don't know, dude. Look, there's literally parking spaces.
Yeah, exactly. There's parking spaces on the floor. I know this is supposed to mimic like a carnival, but that is the most lazy approach to theming ever. Yeah, especially when the rest of the park looks absolutely outrageously amazing.
They need to update this part, and they are.
The rumor. Jones. Oh, is that what the rumor is? I've heard Zootopia.
I've heard both actually.
Yeah.
So let's see. Like, what is this?
It's so ugly. But there is one really cool ride back in this area of the park called Dinosaur that I have never been on, and I've heard good things. I'm really looking forward to finally getting on this. And it's better that I do, because who knows how long this will be around.
Not too much longer, I don't think.
Probably not. All right, Dinosaur, 35-minute wait, not too bad. Especially when everything else in the park is so slammed today.
Time travel commencing in T-minus 10 seconds and counting.
Okay.
This is Seeker. Listen up. We've got to get in, grab the iguanodon, and get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll!
Whoa! This is pretty cool. Look at all the smoke. Nice. Now, I've heard most of this ride's going to be pretty dark, so you guys probably won't see much.
Okay, now, let's go get that dino.
These animatronics are legitimately pretty cool.
Asteroid impact.
Brace yourself! This is it!
Whoa!
They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
It's so good to finally say I've been on Dinosaur, and you know what? That exceeded expectations. That was definitely better than I expected. I really liked it. I know why that ride has such a fandom now. A lot of people really love it.
Definitely a classic.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yes.
It's not as good as Indiana Jones, but it's still really nice.
I like Indiana Jones much better, but I think that's because of the theming as well.
Exactly. In terms of the animatronics on there, really well done stuff. The main problem with that ride, this is a legitimate complaint, and I understand why a lot of people would say this, it is dark in there, a little too dark. It can be hard to see some stuff. That being said, it's a rowdy ride, really throws you around. One of the most intense dark rides I've been on, to be honest, just like Indiana Jones. It tosses you around like a rag doll. It's crazy. But yeah, really enjoyed that. That is probably one of the most underrated rides in the resort, in my opinion. And up next, we are heading to my actual baby Flight of Passage. So last time I came here, this was my #2 ride in the resort and one of the best rides I had ever been on. I am absolutely in love with Flight of Passage, and hopefully we get on it twice today is the goal, even though the line is insanely long right now. But I cannot contain my excitement. I've been waiting for this since we got to Florida. This is a simulator style attraction. Some of the most amazing sensations and smells and theming is just insane. It's so nice to be back in Avatar. This is maybe the most beautiful themed area Disney has ever made. The floating islands are just indescribably beautiful, and the waterfalls coming off them. How do you even do that?
The plant life.
Oh, the plant life is amazing. Yeah, this is incredible. And then of course you have two phenomenal rides in this area. You have Flight of Passage, which we're going on right now, and the underrated Na'vi River Journey, which I'm also super, super pumped to do. And you've never been on Na'vi before?
Never.
No, you're gonna love it. Rarely do I ever show how detailed these queue lines are, just because there's so much else to see, and I don't want this vlog to be too long. It already is probably really long. But this one for Flight of Passage, this is the most beautiful queue line ever. Oh my God. It is just insane. Oh my gosh. Cannot believe we're on this right now. Like, I can't even express how excited I am. Like, I'm serious. You can feel the banshee breathing. Oh, this is amazing. The screen quality is better than I remembered. Yeah. Yeah, this is still hands down the most beautiful ride I've ever been on. This is one of my favorite parts of the ride. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Yes! Yes! Dude, are you f***ing kidding me? I actually did start to tear up at the end of that, and I had a feeling I would. That was absolutely outstanding. Better than I remembered, and that's saying a lot. That was previously my number 2 or 3 ride in the world. I think now, I don't know if it's switched places with anything, but I'm just over the moon. I forgot how absolutely unbelievable that was. It's the most immersive ride in the world that I've ever been on, at least. It feels so unbelievably real. As you're riding on this Banshee, you can feel the Banshee breathing, you can feel all of its movements, and then you're flying around. The screen quality was much better than I remember. That was my main complaint last time, and it didn't feel like it was that blurry, and I don't know if that's just me not remembering properly or if they actually updated it, but either way, I'm so pleased with how that experience went. The music is beautiful. It's the best music of any ride I've ever been on. Oh my god, I'm just in awe. The audio is so good, and the water effects and the air, it genuinely just feels so real. I've never done anything like that. I don't think there is a ride like that.
I think that is one of a kind, and it stays that way. It's just a beautiful journey.
Anyone could make the argument that's the best amusement ride ever made. I would not think that there's any problem with that take. It is that absolutely perfect. Dude, I'm just so speechless right now. Oh my god. And because this is Florida, you go outside and it is pouring, which I would say is cool because it kind of fits the atmosphere of the land, but this is a lot of rain. Oh no, dude, it's pouring. It was like sunny an hour ago. It's the most Florida thing ever. That's where the indoor queue starts. We're so close. Oh no. This is one where you just have to sit back, relax, and enjoy the sights and sounds, especially the sounds. Oh my god, so peaceful in here. We just got off of one of the most beautiful dark rides I've ever been on in the world, Navi River Journey. I think it's so underrated. Sure, the ride's not the longest, but it's all about quality over quantity on that one. It's beautiful, and the last animatronic is truly phenomenal. They say it's the most advanced audio animatronic ever, or one of them, and you could totally believe that with how incredible the movements are. Oh, it's amazing.
It is amazing. I actually really enjoyed that ride. The sounds, the sights.
All right, it's been a real treat to finally get back to Disney's Animal Kingdom. I love this park so much, but we are heading back to Magic Kingdom, and I can't wait. There's a couple of rides that I did not get to do earlier. Also, we're gonna do a night ride on Tron, which is, I'm so excited about that. I'm really hoping I like it more this time now that I have the right expectations. Yeah, it should be cool. Let's do it. All right, we're about to get on Space Mountain. We are back in Magic Kingdom. This is an icon, of course, one of the most classic rides here at Walt Disney World, and I love Space Mountain. This is very different from the one at Disneyland. I'll talk about the differences more when we get off, but yeah, enjoy the POV, of which you probably won't see much at all, but it's okay. So immediately, one of the first things you'll notice about Space Mountain is it is a single file bobsled type vehicle like Matterhorn at Disneyland. So it's definitely in that regard much different than the one at Disneyland, the Space Mountain at Disneyland. Woo!
They're ready.
Space Mountain, baby! Front row! I will say, I missed the onboard audio from Disneyland, that's for sure. But this is still really cool. Here we go! You guys can't see anything. Oh! Oh, airtime, wow! Woo! Oh my God! Surprises at you. Oh my gosh. That's really like rowdy. Wow. That's like actually kind of intense. Space Mountain here at Magic Kingdom, it actually really hardly resembles the one at Disneyland, aside from the theme and like the actual space element of it. Yeah, the one at Disneyland is so much smoother. It has onboard audio. In my opinion, the layout's a little bit more exciting. This one's more intense though. It's jankier. It has more abrupt airtime in turns. It's pretty wild. Like, I still really like this Space Mountain, but yeah, if I had to choose, the Disneyland one is better.
That was awesome. I got airtime about 3 or 4 times, but it was just really cool. I liked when I went through the ride tunnel. That was kind of cool. Yeah.
I do like the one at Disneyland a little bit more though. Next up, Tron Night Ride. What I've been waiting for all day. I've really wanted to do this for a while. Heard great things about a night ride on this. The canopy is lit up in so many beautiful lights, and I'm so glad that I'm getting the opportunity to ride Tron a second time just to evaluate my thoughts a little bit more. Maybe I'll like it more this time. Wow, look at this beauty at night. This is super awesome. Whoa! Oh, that's so cool. I'm geeking out. Oh shoot, it's happening. Back row of Tron.
Prepare for Team Blue Light
Oh, this is gonna be so cool. Because now you can see all the lights on the train too.
Remember,
oh man.
Keep your head up and face forward.
Let's see. That was definitely better in the back.
Congratulations.
Very nice.
A championship
I am so
performance
glad I
and
like that
victory
more.
for Team-
All right, I just got off of Tron for my second ride, and I definitely liked that quite a bit more in the back. And, you know, the horses were definitely better. The back row fixed that issue a lot. And maybe my expectations were in the right place for the length thing too, because I didn't think it felt that short that time either. So yeah, not sure what the deal is, but that was definitely a lot of fun. Yeah, I really liked it. And I'm so pleased to say that because I felt like I was really in the minority with my opinion on this ride. And maybe I still think it's a tad overrated, but I'm so much more satisfied than I was before on my first ride. That is definitely a nice coaster. All right, moving on now, we have a really awesome classic attraction, Carousel of Progress. This thing does not get enough love. You'll see what it is in a second. It's kind of like Hall of Presidents earlier in the sense that it's like a show/ride hybrid. It's super unique.
Welcome to Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. Oh, you're in for a real treat. The Carousel of Progress was Walt's own idea from beginning to end. He loved it.
Yeah, it looks like the Robins are getting ready to celebrate Valentine's Day today. Oh, right around the turn of the century. And believe me, things couldn't be any better than they are today. Yes, sir, buildings are towering now as high as 20 stories. And moving pictures flicker up on a big screen. We have almost 8,000 automobiles in this country, and we can travel by train from New York to California in less than 7 days. And I even hear tell about 2 brothers from North Carolina who are working on some kind of flying contraption. It'll never work. Closer to home, we've now got gas lamps, a telephone, and the latest design in cast iron stoves. And that reservoir keeps 5 gallons of water hot in just 3 buckets of coal. Oh, that sure beats chopping wood. And isn't our new ice box a beauty? Look at that. Holds 50 pounds of ice. Milk doesn't sour as quick as it used to. And our dog Rover here keeps the water in the drip pan from overflowing. Well, that's progress for you. And speaking of progress, there's a
great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Hugh, I just heard you giggling away next to me.
Hottest 4th of July we've had in years. We've come a long way, though, since the turn of the century, over 20-some-odd years ago. You know that pilot fella, Charles Lindbergh? He's about to fly a single-wing airplane all the way across the Atlantic. He's never going to make it. And sports stadiums are springing up all over. And boy, nobody hits that old horse hide like that new fella, Babe Ruth. You know, in my new Essex, I've got an electric starter. Now I don't have to crank. We can travel from New York to Los Angeles by train in only 3 days. And we've got a house full of new electrical servants. Mr. Edison sure added life to our home. Whoa there, you'll blow a fuse. Crap, that's the 3rd one this week. I buy fuses by the case. Uh-oh. Considering all the conveniences we now have, I'll say that we're really on easy street these days. It just can't get any better. Just goes to show that there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Well, it's another Halloween here in the fabulous 40s. Everything is better than ever now. And we've got some amazing new wonders around the house to prove it. For instance, our refrigerator holds more food and ice cubes. And thanks to our automatic dishwasher, I don't have to dry the dishes anymore after supper. Gives Rover and me more time to enjoy our evening stroll together. Later, boy. Oh, and here's something else that's new. I just heard a new term today on the radio. Fella says, we've got something now called the rat race. Did you ever hear that one? It sure describes my life. I'm involved in something now called commuting. I drive into the city for work all day and then turn right around and drive all the way back. And the highway is crowded with fellow rats doing the same thing. But we do have television when it works. Gives you something to do after you come home. I kind of like it, you know? Guy named John Cameron Swayze gives us all the news. And then they have all this singing and dancing. A lot of fluff, but it's fun. Well, it's time to move on. Let's cheer up Sarah by singing our song. Come on, everybody.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Isn't it a pleasant holiday? Oh, turkey's in the oven, it's peaceful and quiet.
Yes! 300 points, my best score yet.
Well, it was peaceful until Santa brought that new virtual reality space pilot game. I'm done programming our new voice activation system.
Now all our household items will do anything we tell them to do.
Great. Tell the refrigerator to bring me a root beer.
Well, it can't quite do that. But I'll show you something it can do. Tree lights 30% brighter.
Here goes. Temperature to 375.
Temperature increased to 375.
Look at that. It even talks back.
Reminds me of certain people I know.
Yeah, right, Dad.
Hey, check it out, Dad. Grandma's up to 975 points.
Wow, 975.
Temperature increased to 975. Big mode overload. Command.
John, what's wrong with the oven?
What?
Big mode complete. Enjoy your meal.
Man, Carousel of Progress, it's so cool. I mean, it's such a neat concept for an attraction, and it's executed so well, and I love that they've updated that and kept that just up to date over time.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
always loved that.
Yeah.
And I understand why. It's really cool.
I remember seeing it in the 70s at Disneyland.
Where it's
and
now, it doesn't
exist anymore.
Yeah,
And when I heard that it was here at Magic Kingdom, I was very pleasantly surprised because I'd always loved it. I thought it was a great idea. Back then, the final one was the fancy kitchen of the 1960s or something. But it's as Mark says, it's a great concept.
Warwick, that was your first time on Carousel of Progress. What did you think?
I progressively got smarter and smarter, and now I know everything.
According to my aunt, the fireworks are supposed to start in 2 minutes. Oh, she's right. Nice! Bullseye! Very nice spot. Wow. Oh, check that out. Oh yeah. That's how you end a night at Walt Disney World. Incredible day. I love this park. I love all the parks here. Tomorrow's gonna be another great day with Epcot and Hollywood Studios, but I had such a good time today. Highlight of the day for me, easily Flight of Passage, absolutely phenomenal. And it was good to get on some new stuff. Hall of Presidents was absolutely awesome. Like, I was really surprised how much I enjoyed that. And it was great to get back on Carousel of Progress, doing Tron for the first time, and I'm so glad that I liked it more on my second go. You survived your first day of Disney. What was your favorite thing you did today? And don't say Little Mermaid.
Why not?
Okay.
I really like Carousel of Progress.
That's your favorite thing in this park?
It's just so unique.
You actually, that was the only thing you did twice.
Yeah, it was the only thing I did twice. It's just so unique.
So funny.
The Haunted Mansion was actually, I keep forgetting about that. That was really cool. The Haunted Mansion
it's always
is a classic. It's always a classic. And the Pirates was a surprise in that it was better than I remembered.
This park has a good lineup. I think Tiana's Bayou Adventure looks like it'll be the best in the park.
Oh,
when
maybe.
it opens.
I'll probably enjoy that the best.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. It looks very promising.
This was a lot of fun today. Very exciting. We got to ride Tron for the first time. The 7 Mine Train.
You really like that,
Yes,
7
I
Dwarfs?
did. 7 Dwarfs, Haunted Mansion, Pirates, really good. It was fun. Very long day. Get
Very
a good
long day.
night's sleep.
Especially for me, having done both of the parks. I'm so drained now.
I did Thunder Mountain for the second time today. The first time it made me a little queasy. Went on it again. I had so much fun. It was really exciting.
You really like Space Mountain too.
Yes, I love Space Mountain.
But not Little Mermaid or Small World.
Oh,
right?
no way. Little Mermaid's the best. That I would marathon over and over and over again.
Sorry about the loud fireworks, guys. Disney's going all out right now. Oh my god. Couple highlights for you. You said Hall of Presidents was your first time doing that today.
Yeah, out of all the times I've been here, that's the very first time I was able to actually go in. So I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that too.
I love all the rides, really. I mean, we come all the time.
Yeah.
So.
And tomorrow we have Epcot.
Yay,
That's going to be cool. I'm excited about that.
Yes, it's supposed to be brutally hot.
If the video's uploaded, that means we survived the day. I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. This was a pretty freaking awesome awesome day. Like truly, I'm so happy we did this.
Yeah, I am too. It's great seeing my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, nephew, who loves the roller coasters.
Oh yeah. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.
Peace.